The indulgent escapes holiday you deserve is what.
Linger on the wasted time, don't waste your time anymore. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Don't linger on the wasted time, don't waste your time anymore. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Linger on a wasted time, don't waste your time anymore. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Don't linger on a wasted time, don't waste your time anymore. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Attention, please. The show starts in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't like your T-Series. Nothing personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. Bob's or Vagon, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series. I'm here to spill the real tea. You're trying to beat through me for number one. But you lose. So think you haven't won. You were gonna be completely fucking done. Cause we only just begun. I review you. 0-5 is gone. So come on.
How's everyone doing?
Looking hungry for some
I'm here.
Here, let me serve
You bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna,
T-Series ain't nothing but
bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna.
Look at these series crying for their mama.
And guess what? I can't even get copyrighted because PewDiePie said that I can. Well, PewDiePie basically says that anyone can use the song, so I use it.
T-Series just put himself in their pajama.
Right. How's everyone doing? You all alright? How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? What do you think the score will be? I'm actually gonna put that up. Right. It's gonna be a tough game. It is going to be a really, really tough one today. Alright? So, my personal opinion. We've got Balassi, we've got Fisher, Duncan Watmore on the bench, Patrick Roberts on the bench, Chubarakong on the bench. So, with Balassi in there, we have a really big chance. We really do have a really, really big chance. So, I'm going to go 1-0 Borough with Balassi with the goal. I generally think Balassi will get a debut goal because, he hasn't played in a while, but, I generally think he's gonna score today because he's not even a championship player in my opinion. He's a freaking Premier League player, you know what I mean? So he's gonna smash this league. So yeah, let's just I'm gonna go 1-0. I'm going to stick my 1-0. That's what I'm going to go with today. As you can see, as I said in the chat, I am drinking coffee, and it will make me very, very hyper. So I've only been up for like about half an hour, not even that, probably like an hour now. I haven't been up that long, so that's why I've got a coffee in my hand. I shouldn't really be drinking coffee because it really does get me really hyper, but at the same time, you guys want entertainment, don't you? Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we bloody want, huh? Oh, I don't just have 3 sugars in there. Nah, I don't even have 4 in there. No, I'm very thingy when it comes to sugar. I need to put it down. Right, I'm just gonna set this up because I need to put Sky on here. So if you can just give me 1 second just to sort this out, and it'll literally take me 1 second if I can. Well, that's if it wants to go in, anyways. There we go. That's in. Right. I need the controller, which is behind here somewhere. There we go. Right. Okay. Time to get Sky Sports on. Oh, wait. We are on Sky, aren't we? Sky Sports Football, innit? I'm actually going to update this. just so we don't get as much lag as we did last game, because I was getting lag all over. Couldn't even move. Just like Fortnite. Fortnite's starting to get better though, if I'm being honest. I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more. But you know, so don't forget to leave your score predictions in the chat. I'm actually going to put that as a banner. Right, that can go away. And this can come in. There you go. Right, score predictions for this game. There you go. So leave your score predictions in the chat. Don't forget to share the stream. We're really close to kick-off. We've got another 15 minutes till kick-off. But I'm already going to put Sky Sports on because, you know, that's just who I am. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow because I want to live stream like the Middlesbrough career mode, but I also want to live stream WWE.
To produce consistent teams at this level, and he'll certainly be looking for a response today. It'd be really interesting to see, just looking at the team that he's picked. He's got no number 9 there, so it looks like they're going to want to play on the counter attack today. He was certainly setting them up as the underdog in that interview.
We'll come on to perhaps the way they're going to attack in just a second. But Dale Fry coming back. I mean, it was a shocking challenge last Sunday, wasn't it? And we're all very, very glad to see him sporting a war. Not glad to see him sporting a war. He's back sporting a war, and we're glad to see him back. Just how big a boost is that, Key?
Yeah, massive. I do think that's been a part of it. Him missing on Wednesday, obviously, and dealing with that kind of direct play of Rodham, him and Paddy McNair. Paddy McNair has been a revelation going in and playing in that settled position. He's been kind of here, there and everywhere over the last few seasons, but that partnership with Dale Fry will be important today, because we were speaking before about Pookie and his movement and the way he's able to cause problems for the opposition. Those two certainly should be able to deal with that.
Lon signing Yannick.
Don't forget to leave your score predictions, as it already says in the banner.
And not played a league game since February of last year, Danny. I mean, we know quite what he's capable of, though. He can really affect a football match. But what incarnation are we going to see of Yannick Bolasie today? It's going to take a while to get to speed, surely.
Yannick Bolasie!
Played any football for such a long period, and he's obviously a really athletic, powerful player that will need to be match sharp to play at his best. So it's going to be really interesting, one, to see where he is in terms of his fitness levels, but also to see where he plays. There's a suggestion that maybe he's going to play as a number 9, which you know, normally we see him from the.
Is he playing striker today?
Do you think that's where he's going to start?
We have no strikers on there.
I genuinely have no idea, because he's got 4 centre forwards on the bench. I think the reason he's ripped it up is he's complaining about the schedule, isn't he? The games, Norwich have had a rest. He wants to freshen it up. Could well go a back 5. But in terms of Bolasie, regardless of what other players are playing tonight, I'm actually genuinely surprised he's starting the game because of the lack of football he's had. What base he's coming in terms of his training loads in recent weeks, obviously we're not privy to, but there's surely an element of risking him starting the game. Coming in, I think he's definitely just going to come on for 20-30 minutes. And great to see him back, and a very good signing for Middlesbrough. So surprised to see him starting.
Absolutely, we shall soon see how that pans out. It's nice to hear about the chaps here in the studio ahead of kick-off for Norwich City. It's a chance to extend their lead at top and put 9 points between themselves and 3rd place. Borough, though, need to start making up ground on the top 6 and quick. Kick-off coming up very shortly.
We sure can do.
See, she's drilled it into the top corner.
Are you coming?
Done.
Ben Cullington, Australian football star, talks about his hair loss.
I chose Advanced Hair Studios Clinic because of the reputation that they have, especially in the sporting world. Probably my self-confidence within myself.
So call Advanced Hair now and get your hair, confidence and lifestyle back.
Just like I did.
Call Advanced Hair Studio now on 0845
Welcome to the stream. Make sure to put your score predictions in the live chat. I love it. Yeah, but don't forget to leave your score predictions in the chat. Balassi starts and Fisher starts today, so that's a very interesting lineup today. But I didn't think Fisher would have been able to start today because they didn't get the signing done until like after 12 o'clock. I wonder if the EFL just allowed it.
When there are clouds in the sky.
Are you okay? Of course I'm okay. What do you mean, am I okay? I'm always okay. I'm always okay.
Did you hear? Over 1 million people have switched to bulbs.
No, wait. I'm always okay.
Humans might help save the planet after all.
Does this mean we can come out of hiding?
Oh, not this again, Terry.
Yes, this again. What if we only showed ourselves to bulb customers?
Oh.
Yeah. Hiya! Oh, God, sorry.
What an advert, man.
What's up, Peloton? Full body strength class coming your way. Time to halo with
Is everyone else okay?
Great work.
I mean, like, I know I'm okay. I mean, like, I'm always okay. But how is everyone else okay? Are you all okay?
Drive those arms. Nice team. Press your foot back into your hand.
Peloton? Yep. This is Peloton. Get the app free for 2 months, then just $12.99 a month. New app trials only, cancel anytime.
Oh, I hate early kickoff.
Just full of moments. Like
I was
that time
enjoying
when
my
the kids
sleep earlier,
crashed the
actually.
kitchen. All that time we realised Fido was one of the family. Thousands of amazing photos that just get lost in your phone. But in a matter of minutes, the Photo Tales app can magically transform your cluttered camera roll into a photo that can be treasured
early
forever,
kickoff.
like one about kite flying,
Like,
game
send
building,
help.
or even
Somebody
the
send
photo
help.
box, because some moments
Can somebody
deserve
change the
their
time
own
to
book,
3
Photo
months?
Tales photo books without the effort.
I'm just too tired. I'm having different
Bringing
coffee.
the cinema home to you. Enjoy Wonder Woman 1984 on Sky Store Premiere.
I want to be a proper dragon. Like the dragons in all the stories.
I want to be a proper dragon. I want to be that one.
The dragon.
No, I want to be that one.
Yeah, the dragon rider. Humans are destroying.
I don't even know people. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Guys, you still love me, right? Right?
Skill, precision, accuracy, she's got the lot.
No, she has not. 10 likes on the stream, thank you very much.
This is the Stoke City that Michael O'Neill wants to see.
Action for the John Smith Stadium in due course. So quite a weekend last weekend, but there are 10 games today following on from last night's opener at Reading. They've beaten outsourced Bournemouth 3-1. Landlords Birmingham take on St Andrews Tenants Coventry.
Reading smashed Bournemouth 3-1. That's alright though, Reading that.
Stoke game is our second live offering of the day.
That's a really good result for us.
Rotherham. You can get
But we
goals
need to
as
get a
they go
result
in
here.
over on
We can take
Saturday.
advantage here. We can get a win. And we'll be on the same points
City
as Bournemouth, but we'll stay
high
7th.
above Carrow Road, just like the Canaries soaring atop the Championship. They take on Borough with kick-off coming up in just a minute.
Oh yeah.
FF365. We're always innovating and creating. It's this constant pursuit of perfection that brought you in-play betting, live streaming, bet builder, match live. It's the reason we're the world's
Go on, Oscar, just happened. Go on,
gamble responsibly.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Two teams in need of a win, but for very different reasons. Norwich because they need to escape from the relegation zone. Middlesbrough because
we've got
to stay in the top 6.
We need to get Balassi on the ball as much as possible. Yeah, exactly. We need him on the ball. He can take shots from anywhere. I'm saying that now. I've seen clips of him. He's been hitting the post. He's been scoring them goals. I tell you what, give him a chance. If he gets into space, I'm sorry, it's game over for him.
Can you possibly believe it?
A goal thriller from back in the day, featuring two future England managers and a brace from Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Plenty for his thoughts after the final whistle in that one. Back to today, though, and these two are fighting it out in the Championship. League leaders Norwich taking on Borough. Kick off in just a couple of minutes. Andrews and Danny Cowley alongside me here in the studio. It's a cracking form that they've got themselves into at home, Danny. Even more to the game, there's no fans there, of course. I mean, is this what their promotion bid's going to be built on?
Exactly.
That form at Carrot Road?
Maybe 30.
I think so. I just think they've been incredibly consistent.
30-year-old now, 29.
And they like to make the pitch big. They like to play through the lines. And I think almost because they're quite patient, maybe the support is not being there. That may have helped them in some way.
But you still got the pace.
But certainly, you know, you look at the front four. For any defence, they really scare the life out of you. Just ability to receive on the half turn, to speed the play up.
But he's got experience,
good
so
players in that area of the pitch, and it's almost in some ways their attacking prowess allows them to defend well, because the opposition are so worried about them offensively that they can't actually put their own attacking game on them, and that's why maybe they've kept as many clean sheets as they have.
Speaking of the attack, just how De Borough set up, we spoke earlier on about perhaps that not being an out-and-out number 9. Are we looking at a team not sitting in and waiting, but a team ready to counter-attack?
I think with the personnel they have, the fact that he's shuffled the pack top end of the pitch, I think maybe from goal kicks and stage situations they'll be able to go and press and stop it at source. But I think in the main, we'd probably anticipate Norwich on the vast majority of the possession today. And then you're right, it's that opportunity, and someone like Balassi with the pace that he has to trouble a centre-half partnership that aren't the quickest. Yes, they can shift, but he would certainly fancy his chances against that.
You mentioned Norwich going forward and whether they're going to attack. We've looked at the defence, haven't we? The cornerstones of what the promotion bid is built on. We look at someone like Oliver Skip, who's coming on loan. Starts all 25 games.
But wait,
absolutely perfectly for both player and club, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I think he's been exceptional and a big part of Norwich's success, just really consistent. Had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of summers ago at Tottenham, and just a really mature boy, so emotionally intelligent, fantastic player, has the ability to screen the back four, put out counter-attacks, but also to start play and find passes that break the lines, and just a really good all-round number 6. And it's been a fantastic loan for him individually, a fantastic loan for his parent club Tottenham, and a brilliant loan for Norwich City as well.
Those first 2 clips are the most important part of it for me, because in possession, the vast majority of players that come through academies these days are very comfortable taking the ball into our areas, finding little bounce passes. It's those other aspects that he's been really brilliant at.
Okay, everyone's good to go, as is our commentary team.
The teams are now out.
Yes, thank you, David. Well, let's get straight down to the team news. And Teemu Pukki returns for Norwich. Their leading man has missed the last 3 games with a side strain, but he's back fit and replaces Borough-born Jordan Hugill, who's out with a hamstring injury. There's a debut at left-back for Greek international Dimitris Giannoulis. He's arrived on loan from PAOK and replaces Jakob Sorensen, who drops to the bench. Kenny McLean is in self-isolation at the moment, so Lucas Rupp continues in midfield. Ben Gibson goes up against a club which is owned by his uncle. Adam Eder is fit again and on the bench. Yannick Balassi arrived on Thursday and he's straight into the team today for his Middlesbrough debut. He's played a few international games this season, but his last club match was last February for Sporting Lisbon. There's a debut too for Darnell Fisher, who's arrived from Preston. He goes straight to the right back. And
it's right up there, and Fisher down there.
Facial injury.
Tell you what, I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited.
Well, all eyes on Teemu Pukki, but Don, how important is the role of Mario Vrancic just behind him?
Yeah, we mentioned Pukki, Buendia and Cantwell get plaudits as well. This fella, he goes under the radar a little bit, doesn't he?
I mean, his contribution has been immense. Late goals already this season, so Middlesbrough are going to have to be wary. He's got one heck of a strike on him.
That scares me.
How can Middlesbrough
See,
try and win this game? Well, the answer is they've got to be
crowd
defensively
noise.
perfect, and they've got to hit Norwich on the counter-attack.
Yeah, Nick, well, that's it.
The
Signed
reason
on
this sort of
season
starts.
loan from Everton.
Today, mobility, can go past players. He may not see the 90 minutes out. What trouble can he cause Norwich in maybe an hour or so? It will be Norwich City to get this underway here. Keith Stroud is the referee.
We're about to kick off here. Norwich with the kick off. And obviously the knee.
Cloudy day, a chilly day in East Anglia. We are ready for the football to warm us up.
Oh no!
Both Norwich City and Middlesbrough are firmly behind the anti-racism message. Middlesbrough did stop taking a knee earlier this season as the players felt for them it had become an empty gesture. They want action, and that is echoed by Norwich City. Both clubs are firmly committed to ridding football and society
Norwich
of
were
all
already pushing
forms
forward
of
there,
discrimination.
cleared.
As we've seen this week, that fight needs to continue.
Now it's in Norwich's half.
Simple.
George Saville
goal
pushes for the ball.
Norwich City.
And
this is a city which stands alone in this part of the country, and right now this city's football team are out on their own at the top of the championship table, looking untouchable in this league, out of reach from those below for now, but the landscape can soon change in this brutal league, which is why Norwich are keeping their eye on the ball.
Now they can maybe push forward. It's now Ben Gibson, former Borough man. He pushes forward and he finds a pass and another pass, but it was very strong.
Give themselves a wonderful
platform
from which to go on. That's alluded in the studio, didn't they? When teams have got 53 points at this stage of the season, every single one of them since the turn of the century has gone on to automatic promotion. So the omens are really, really good for Norwich City, but they know that they are being chased by some quality teams. They cannot afford to take their eye off the ball, but an opportunity to go 9 points clear of third is an opportunity not to be missed. Ben Gibson striding forward for the home team. There's Janulis making his debut and seen off for now by
Spence! He's pushing forward! Go on! Go on! Support him then! Someone support him!
Holds Spence up, and Norwich will get the throw.
Yeah, no support there.
From Grant Hanley. I mean, he'll forgive me for saying that pace isn't his strongest attribute, but he reads the game so well. You don't see him get exposed. Just waiting for the Middlesbrough formation to settle down.
Over the top ball, and it comes to him, and this could be dangerous with Puki to the ball, but it comes to Marcus Beccanelli.
Ability to play through the middle, which is why when the team sheets came in, we suspected that would be the case. Yeah, we suspected right, didn't we? Right down the middle. He is looking to get the ball in behind, like I said about.
And now it's
the two central defenders of Norwich.
Field.
Doesn't seem to get exposed because they dominate the ball so often.
And he does.
Read the game so well.
And he's got to find a pass now. He finds Marcus Bettinelli. Marcus Bettinelli's going to whack it to field, whack it to Norwich's half.
And make things happen.
Velassi with the header. And goalkeeper's going to
for the week they've had, it would be typical Borough to bring down the leaders, led by Neil Warnock, who's made a career out of defying outs, coming up fighting when he's been caught.
Norwich throw-in.
He's really flat at the start of the week, not helped by what happened against Blackburn and the.
No, Warnock! He's one of our own! He's one of our own! He's one of our own! No, Warnock! He's one of our own!
Fisher, that has given the Middlesbrough boss a bit of a spring in his
step.
Yes,
Fisher!
However, his team will face a corner here. I think they've recruited well, Middlesbrough, under Neil Warnock. From the window, and players they've brought in this window as well. Strength and depth looks a lot better, doesn't it? Any Buendia on corner kicking duty here for Norwich.
Marcus Bettinelli pushes the ball. away.
Which goalkeepers
And
would
now,
just catch that?
this could be another chance
when
here.
that went out of fashion, really, but he's given the ball back to Norwich.
1-2 passes.
Buendia on
And
the
this could be a
approach
shot on, and Fisher
Fisher
with a
going
challenge.
for
It could get it cleared, and it's going to be a Middlesbrough
Middlesbrough
free
get the free
kick. Fisher with a challenge. And he wins the free kick.
Like I said, Marcus
He's
Bettinelli
already getting involved,
his team.
Fisher. And he's done well to keep the ball away.
To catch it unchallenged, but in punching it, gives the ball straight back to Norwich. Okay, nothing comes of it, but there will come a time where you might pay for not catching a cross like that. Like your heated socks, Dom, they are the fashion now. It is the fashion.
And now it's whipped up the field by Marcus Bettinelli. And Saville attempted the header. It just come off his shoulder, I think, because now it's come back to Norwich. Norwich could create a chance. And they've created space here in Norwich.
Skip.
Quite a bit of space.
There's Cantwell.
But that space will
Skip
now
again.
be
There's
closed
Norwich
down by Middlesbrough.
Rhythm, but too much
and
on that.
Mark Bowler had it covered. It will now go out for the goal
Norwich have
kick.
been playing
5 minutes
like
in,
champions.
it's still
They've
0-0.
got that steely focus on the prize, that tunnel vision. Nothing is getting in their way right now. As we said a few moments ago, you can't get too comfortable in this league, in the championship. Just when you think you've got it nailed, there is a fall. They've done brilliantly. I mean, it's important, isn't it, when you get relegated from the Premier League, that you get off to a decent start. And Norwich did that, but they had to dig deep. An awful lot of late goals that secured very late wins or very late draws. Set them up nicely
and
now.
George Saville attempted a header. It comes to a Norwich player, but Spence could keep the ball, and that'll be a
from
Norwich
Jed
free kick.
Spence. Don't mention high boot to Neil Warnock. I know exactly what he's thinking.
This could be dangerous here. Dale Fry, who actually came back into the squad, gets it cleared. Now back into the half, and now here comes Blassie.
And he was absolutely shaking with rage, Neil Warnock, in his post-match interview last week after the events at the Riverside against Blackburn. You can understand it, and we always will try and defend referees where we possibly can, but nothing to do with Keith Stroud, was it? What happened against Blackburn Rovers? You can't defend the indefensible, and the officials simply have to see and punish challenges like that. There's Giannoulis, the Greek international, making his debut for Norwich today. Now Ben Gibson, who will always try and play the ball forward from the back, into the feet of Teemu Pukki. That's Vrancic.
Now back at the halfway line.
Now the captain,
they're
Grant
pushing
Hanley.
forward.
Pukki's on the
Their
move,
captain
trying to get in between.
found the pass, and there could be a shot on here. There could be a shot on, and and it just goes wide near the post.
Kind of almost
Norwich City nearly went 1-0 up there.
Done the hard work. This is brilliant. Spoke about him being underrated. Teams maybe focusing on the other three forwards, but brilliant skill. Drives into the space. What a goal that would have been.
There, like.
Disappointed, yes, on his weaker right foot, but he would have expected to at least produce a save from Bettinelli. Well, if there is a position up for grabs in this Norwich team right now, it probably is that number 10 position with Vrancic, Stiepermann and Kieran Dowell.
Now, Mark Bettinelli whips up the field.
For it.
Comes to Henrik Nair. Nair plays it back to Marcus Bettinelli, keeping possession. Now it's whacked up the field again. And it's just near the dugout here. George Saville with another header. And tried to get it to Blassie.
Gibson being hunted down by Yannick Blassie.
Ben Gibson was hunted down by Blassie there. But it's
now Norwich on this right-hand side. Marvin Johnson on the left, dropping deep when.
And now on the right-hand
Norwich
side.
have the ball.
There could be a chance here.
Midfield area.
Well, they're just playing position. Oh, and that could be a Middlesbrough throw in. And it will be. Ben Gibson trying to chase it down. But it just goes out for a Middlesbrough throw
They
in.
do like to man-mark for a big part of the pitch, mainly in central midfield and wide. And Fisher followed Cantwell all the way over to the far side there. Interesting. Like I said, they've got the couple of players in the wide areas in Marvin Johnson and Jed Spence who have played plenty of games as fullbacks, haven't they? So they know the defensive role. And Middlesbrough don't have the ball.
Throw. Try to get to Blassie.
Yeah, this could easily be a back three for Middlesbrough.
It's still whipping it back up the field. Headers all round. Balassi might get one. No, he won't. Now it's Jed Spence. Just on the right hand side.
She's on the
Still
outside
Jed
if he needs him.
Spence. Jed Spence gets challenged, but it's a really good chance from Sam
Mosley.
Mosley. Now it's Fisher. Fisher trying to get the ball. He's done well there, Fisher. And now it earns Middlesbrough a throw-in.
He said before the game, didn't he, Daniel Farker, wouldn't expect it easy against Middlesbrough, never get it easy against the Neil Warnock team. Played 6 games against the top 6, and although they've only won once, 3 draws and the 2 defeats were only 1-0, Norwich being one of them.
And it's going to go out for another throw-in.
Middlesbrough.
Just near the corner flag.
Yeah, he couldn't believe his luck that day with Marcus
getting closer.
The double strike on the penalty as he slipped over. And he put the ball past Tim Krul, but it didn't count. Norwich scored a penalty of their own through Teemu Pukki to take the points at the Riverside in November. But Middlesbrough gave a really good account of themselves.
The field, and this could be danger. Here's Pukki.
There's Teemu Pukki. Cantwell.
Oh, and this could be dangerous. And oh, he's just missed the ball. It's going to go out for a Middlesbrough throw-in.
Well, people talk about Teemu Pukki and they talk about his goals, but he's so much more than a goal scorer. The way his movement is excellent, we know that.
But
he can also bring teammates into play. Great vision.
Too much power.
And awareness to know that Cantwell is making that run.
As much.
Slightly overhit.
Middlesbrough got away with one there. It remains Norwich 0, Middlesbrough 0. And now throw-in taken by Fisher.
There is Cantwell.
And now Jed Spence with a challenge, and that'll be a Norwich free kick.
There's one way of dealing with it.
And that's definitely a free kick.
Too quick for Spence.
Obviously, referees will call for those type of decisions. No doubt about it. You know, like
Emi Buendia on set piece duty.
Even if it's just a little tap, then player goes down. That's going to be a free kick. And now this could be ripped in here. It's ripped in, and there could be a header back post, and it's going to go out for a Middlesbrough goal kick. Marcus Bettinelli will run over and get the ball to whack it right back up the field. And it's really good play from Norwich, actually.
Pressure.
I'm not going to lie, it was really good play. But I think there was just too much power on it.
Right back in the Middlesbrough starting 11, you can see the legacy of that injury he suffered last week. It was a big miss against Rotherham, and that's with all due respect to young Nathan Wood, who played against Rotherham on Wednesday night. Middlesbrough were beaten 3-0 at the Riverside. Rotherham, well worth their victory on Teesside. But Dale Fry was a big miss at the heart of the Borough defence. It was his centre-back partner, Paddy McNair, who took the hit there. So versatile.
Now it will be a Mills free kick.
Paddy McNair. There was Beckenbauer, according to Neil Warnock. I'm going to argue with Neil. Many do.
Marcus Bettinelli takes the free kick. And really decent power, and Marvin Johnson just...
Free kick from Bettinelli. Comes to nothing. Marvin Johnson. Yes, he was impeded there, but
he's got a man
who's feeling the effects of it.
Basically knees.
He just lands on the back of his Achilles, doesn't he? Accidentally. Painful ones, though.
And now
has been some overseas interest in Max Aarons this week.
Balassi
Norwich City
down.
Not about to open the door. Danger. Not now, unless there is an absolutely ridiculous offer that comes their way in the next couple of days. They will.
I want to see more Balassi on the ball.
The players they have.
I want to see them
here
twice.
Transfer window when it was open in the summer. Of course, a little bit of unrest here at Carrow Road, but once the window's shut, the outside doors were shut out. Norwich haven't looked back.
Oh, this could be dangerous. The shot taken on it, but well wide. Well wide on the right hand side.
Teammates, but pleading his innocence, but it did open up for him. It opens up again because of the clever movement of Pukki here.
I know you have
to go, moves away, and that just takes the defender from the chance to strike. Norwich
Oh,
have
that
taken
could be
49
slightly
points from
warped
the
up.
last 63 points available since that transfer
It's
window
going to
shut
get whipped up
in
the field, and
October.
it does.
They've really settled down since then, and this time around it's been a completely different Norwich while the window was open.
Oh.
Reaping the rewards of being such a well-run club, aren't they now? And they don't have to sell. They're stable financially. Clubs can't come knocking at the door and steal players for knockdown prices.
Now it's their goalkeeper. Now Ben Gibson pushing along the field.
There's Ben Gibson.
He's still going in. And
Now Pookie.
Just on the halfway line, playing it back in Norwich's half. Ben Gibson finds a pass to his defender.
Now Hanley.
Now back to Ben Gibson.
There's Gibson again.
Gibson, a pass down to Norwich.
Cantwell
And there's could
moving
be
the ball
danger
onto
again.
Lucas Rupp.
Middlesbrough
Pookie waiting
danger,
in
and
the
Sam
middle.
Morsey with the
Across on the
challenge.
cover.
And it will go out for a Norwich corner.
I think the game's probably going how Neil Warnock and Daniel Farker probably expected it. Norwich City dominating the ball. Middlesbrough defending well, standing up to the challenges so far. By Buendia, away by Johnny Howson.
Get it cleared. Oh, Johnson.
Cantwell picks up, went for goal.
Get it out.
Stood his ground.
Go on, Johnson. Go on. Go on, Johnson. You've got the pace. Go on. Push forward. Go on.
To support him, aren't they, really?
And now here's
Balassi, quickening
And
things
now
up.
Jed Spence. Jed Spence. He's trying to find George
Another
Saville,
body's
and George
back.
Saville just
Middlesbrough
gives the
are
ball
surrounded.
away. And now this could be a counter
Ball from
here.
Middlesbrough. Mark Boller free on the far side.
Oh, come on. And Paddy McNair goes down, and it will be
That's
a
how
Middlesbrough
Pookie and Top Cantwell is down. Initially, I thought it was a blow to the face. When he took a shot, it ricocheted back off a defender and struck him in the face. That's what I thought the problem was. Stretching, isn't he? Yes. Fisher maybe catches him slightly. And he's back up and ready for action. This Todd Cantwell.
Well, this could be dangerous.
Scintillating form
And ball.
in the last few
And that'll be a
weeks.
Middlesbrough free kick.
This half, Norwich City, but they've conceded this free kick.
Is this going to be Balassi on it?
Apologies if you were offended by any language you may just have heard.
Oh, we
Someone
don't.
is told to get into the box.
Now Paddy McNair. It's going to be on the free
Again,
kick.
it's one of those, it's right on the edge of being too far out, but you just never know. In modern day football, with these balls, the way they move and dip and swerve, players now shooting from ridiculous distances.
Is Paddy McNair going to go for power?
Paddy McNair and Mark Bowler, the two who are standing over it. It's
He's going to go for power, and he shoots, and it's going to go out for a Middlesbrough throw-in.
Was in the way.
I don't really think he should have whipped it in, but
Middlesbrough have lost back-to-back games in the last week. I mean, the second time that's happened to them in the Championship this season. They've normally been really good at responding to setbacks. This right now, Carrow Road is a place that
needs support.
seems
No, he
fear
doesn't, because
to tread. But
managed
Middlesbrough
to
have
get a
managed
corner.
to force a corner. Well, like I said, so far so good. Neil Warnock, tactical master plan. They're defending really, really well. They're protecting Bettinelli. Hasn't had a shot to save. Occasionally they have their moments like this. Marvin Johnson standing over the corner kick. Dale Fry and Paddy McNair both waiting on the far side of the box. And it goes towards the area.
Shoot! Oh!
The boot of Dale Fry, he took aim.
I
And
know.
seen off. There's Bowler.
Bowler. Balassi. Oh, no way!
Well, it was Pookie's block as well. Really, really good. Other side of the game from Tiemu Pookie.
That was
really
a really good chance for us, like.
Ball there, Norwich, but Pukki certainly does a good
It
job.
was still Fry as well.
For his team.
Imagine,
Brave,
comes into the squad
goes
thinking,
out,
I'm just going to be
makes
helping
the
out
block.
here. Like, with the defence. No, he nearly went and scored. An absolute banger.
Yeah, not just about his goals, as you were saying earlier on, Don. Teemu Pukki, it's his all-round game, which is such a benefit to Norwich. There's only one club from Greece who were with Norwich interested in Teemu Pukki when they signed him from Bromby, and that was it. There's plenty of interest now. You're absolutely right about the Darnell Fisher role today. Again, followed Todd Cantwell all the way over to the far side. Yeah, it's the man-to-man marking that Neil Warnock was doing at Middlesbrough, and the Cardiff City. He did it as well. He felt it suited their players. And now he does it, as we said earlier, in midfield and out wide, as we can see with Fisher.
They still could. Go on, Balassi.
All over the place right now.
Yes!
Max Aarons doing the defending and getting the free kick.
And it's going to be a Norwich free kick.
Where Cantwell goes, Fisher is there too. McNair stepping in front of Buendia. But you had a few close encounters like that, didn't you, Don? Too many to mention, Gary. Too many to mention. It's an interesting tactic, isn't it? To say, so far, Fisher doing pretty well. There's Hanley.
Now
Buendia.
Now there's a lot of marking going on from Middlesbrough. And Johnny Howson.
Getting the better.
Come on. Oh, Howson, no, don't mess around with it there. You don't mess around with it. Get it cleared. Oh, and now here comes James Spence. He's going to run down the field. Here he comes here. He has Blassie just to his left.
On the edge of his own penalty area.
And now he passes it to Blassie. Oh, what a pass from Blassie. And that might go for a corner. No, it won't.
Lucas Ruthu matched him stride for stride, put the challenge in and emerged with the ball for Norwich.
That's what we need. We need those type of passes. To find those type of spaces.
Big part of the game now, aren't they? Those holding midfielders. Lucas Ruff and Oliver Skip. Massive job they do. Yeah, well, that's where Lucas Ruff does want to play, in a central position. We have seen him out wide for Norwich, which isn't really his role. Being used now centrally, which is where he wants to play. And big boots to fill with no Kenny McLean here today, who was doing a fine job alongside Oliver Skip at the heart of the Norwich midfield. Hanley. There's Emi Buendia. Now Pukki. Hanley trying to step away from Johnny Howson, who knows this part of the world very well.
Very tight marking here. And
you can see how
passes it
disciplined
back to his goalkeeper in Norwich trap.
Players are being. They make it hard for Norwich here.
Finds his
the spaces.
Defender.
I was just looking around the pitch to see where Cantwell had gone. Well. He's gone right on the far side, almost off the pitch. And who's by Darnell Fisher?
And another pass.
That's a match on its own between those two. Yeah. It's not something that he would have experienced too much, I would think, Todd Cantwell, so mustn't get frustrated. And of course, Norwich can use it to their benefit to try and open up the space that Fisher leaves. Absolutely. That's where the communication that he's having now. Hanley seeing plenty of the ball here for Norwich. It's the Norwich captain again. Now Emi Buendia.
Oh, and that's going to be a Norwich City free kick. Ah.
Norwich have won 16 games so far this season in the Championship. Their most after 25 matches of a league season. 53 points, the joint most they've ever taken after 25 games. They are on course to be where they want to be, and that is to get back into the Premier League.
That's where we
13
want
of
to
those
go.
16
To
wins
the
by one goal
Premier
margin.
League.
So they are coming out the right side of the tight games. This looks like it might be another one. Emi Buendia standing over this. Todd Cantwell has moved across to this near side and has a little bit of a breather from Darnell Fisher. Waiting inside the box. Boring.
And free kick was taken.
In by
And
Buendia.
it could be
Nudged on.
dangerous.
Nice idea. It's not that far away either. It's inventive, creative, off the training ground. Cantwell's movement just draws Fisher towards him, and that gives Rook the little space there to get on the end of that. It's a very decent effort.
And now, but then he whacks it up the field.
You imagine so far Neil Warnock will be pretty pleased with life.
And now Johnny
1-0 at Carrow Road, and Martinelli has had very little to do so far, although that was a close call from that free kick.
Yeah, they did.
He knows better than anybody that things need to go
He's got
perfectly
John
well
Samuel,
here.
he's got Nelson there, he's got Payne
Into a team like Norwich and win.
and Lassie comes forward.
Take anything away for that matter.
And it's going to be a real free kick. Tell you what, that was decent. Lassie passed to Bowler, and then Bowler went and tried to make a movement. But,
Neil Warnock has done what Neil Warnock does this week. He's loaded the pressure on Norwich, saying no one gives Middlesbrough a chance today, calling it a free hit. Good to see him in that kind of mood after, as we said earlier on, understandably, he has been a bit flat. Maybe his players looking for a flat delivery here from this set piece. Morsey, Saville, Johnny Howson, Dale Fry, all forward, as is Balassi. So you'd like that matchup, wouldn't you? Dale Fry against the new boy, Yanulis at the far post. You'd quite fancy your chances if you're Dale Fry there.
It's whipped in there, and this could be Balassi's header. It's going to go over the bar. Really well done by Balassi there.
A few headers over the years. Balassi, he's got a decent spring. Finds a little bit of space.
Woo! Yannick Balassi. Oh,
from
and here
Gibson.
comes
This
Sam
is Morsey.
Morsey.
There's
Johnny
Johnny
Howson. Now Balassi.
Yannick Balassi.
Oh, Balassi. Go on, whip it in.
That's on the right hand side.
Somebody's header.
No trouble for Tim Krul.
Now this is it. This is exciting football at its finest. Now the goalkeeper finds Ben Gibson. Ben Gibson is under pressure.
Gibson's
And
done
now
well
it's
to pick out
whipped up the
Vrancic.
field. Now this could be a chance here. They found space.
Vrancic
Oh,
through to Teemu
Pukki. And what a challenge! What a freaking challenge! Dale Fry back in the squad and putting in them challenges.
Again, you have a look at the movement.
Fantastic
It's clever,
challenge.
it's intelligent. It's matched all the way by Dale Fry. I just wonder psychologically how difficult it would be for Dale Fry to get back onto a pitch after what happened last week and the effects of that. But he's returned in a pretty quick time. And he's making his presence count here.
Go on, Spence, go on. Well done. Well done.
He's been part of a collective, terrific defensive effort so far. They really have protected Marcus Bettinelli.
Really good.
Discipline's been organised. Goes down spaces for Norwich.
They've had 6 attempts Norwich and we've only had 3, but that's what we want.
Marcus
We want to get on the
Bettinelli
counter
hasn't had a
attack.
single shot to deal with so far in this game.
And none of them were on target. Whipped up the field by Max Bettinelli. Finds a double. No.
Dale Fry.
Dale Fry.
There's
Now
Paddy
put him in
there.
there. Whipped up the field.
Sabo looking to get involved.
Sorry.
Now Johnson.
Now hiccups.
There's Bowler.
Now Bowler. He's find a pass, and he
He
does.
moving too
He
freely.
finds Marvin Johnson whips it
tiptoeing
into
forward.
the box, and
Gibson in the
was
way.
in there, but it couldn't find anyone.
You just get the feeling Middlesbrough are growing into this game. Maybe with each ticking minute, more and more belief growing. Well, that won't help the cause. There's Pookie. Spence getting back and doing a defensive job. It's a throw in Norwich's way despite the protest of Jed Spence. There's Cantwell. Emi Buendia. Gibson. He was training with Middlesbrough last season after his fallout at Burnley. Jonathan Woodgate, but then Middlesbrough manager gave Ben Gibson permission to train at Middlesbrough's training ground, and the relationship remained the same when Neil Warnock took over as well. In fact, Middlesbrough were hoping to do a deal to bring Ben Gibson in and back to the Riverside Stadium, but they couldn't do the finances. I want to talk to his uncle about that.
Oh, go on! Oh, no way, man! He just jumped up to it!
Millions upon millions into Middlesbrough Football Club. He's given Neil Warnock the green light to bring in those two signings this week in Yannick Bolasie and Darnell Fisher. Well, again, since relegation 4 seasons ago, come a cropper really in terms of having to tighten the purse strings for the financial fair play rules. Change things, but they've been astute in the transfer market under Neil Warnock. They haven't had to spend too much on transfer fees, but they've got some decent quality players through the door. They look an awful lot stronger in depth. You have to look at the bench to see that. Yeah, there was that bold outlay under Gary Monk, and Middlesbrough didn't get the reward that they hoped they would. Of course, the world is a different place right now. Long from Bettinelli. Off the head of Hanley. That's Howson. Hanley again. There's Fry.
Go Fisher.
Now Darnell Fisher.
Now Jed
There's
Spence.
Spence.
Now back to Fisher. Now Johnny Howson.
Johnny Howson.
Just on the right hand side
Fisher
in the
again.
corner flag. Now it's whipped
Bolasie
in back
waiting
to
in the
Fisher. It's not
Otherwise, Ben Gibson.
Howson can still win this here.
Well.
And he does.
Howson right on the scene.
Go on, Howson. Now Fisher. Fisher puts the goal.
Fisher again.
Now Spence. Spence to Morsey.
35 minutes this
Morsey to Fisher.
linking up
Now
with Jed
Spence. And that's going to go
Lucas
out for
Rupp. Yeah,
a goal kick.
Excellent from Lucas Rupp.
Really good play though. Really good play from
Like I
us.
said, in terms of how this game was going to pan out, both managers would have known and expected certainly
They've
Norwich
had
City were going to
69
dominate
possession.
the ball, but such has been the discipline
We've
of
had 31.
Middlesbrough that they've restricted
We've
Norwich.
got someone called Bob Evans saying yeet.
In most of the ball,
yeet.
A lot of the ball in their own sort of final third. So the game plan at the moment for
That's
Middlesbrough,
right, Mr. Yeet.
spot on.
Not Mr. Yeast and Mr.
Made them so much better, didn't he, at the start of this season defensively?
We
saw them lose 1-0 at Vicarage Road, and then the 10-game unbeaten run. They conceded 4 goals. It's what will disappoint Neil Warnock the most about the midweek defeat against Rotherham. The nature of the goals. This defensive performance has been a far cry from that one.
And now Boyle to take the throw. Throws it out on the left hand side. Comes to Marvin Johnson. Could have came at Bolasie there. Where was it intercepted? And it's going to be a Norwich free kick.
Grant Hanley. Hanley again, carrying the ball a long way. There's Skip.
Johnny Howson chase him down.
Howson leading the charge. Here's Hanley again.
Norwich's half. We're 33 minutes in. And they just played it along the back.
Top of the table on 53 points, having scored 35 goals this season. They haven't exactly been sucked goals like they were last time they were at this level.
That's going to be Norwich free kick.
Marginal wins, but in games they have been a little bit more comfortable than those margins would suggest. As Fisher gets to grips with Pukki. First time he's been away from Todd Cantwell in a while. Too close an eye. Tiemu Pukki. It's cost around about £300,000, Darnell Fisher, having left Deepdale a couple of days ago, moving from Preston to Middlesbrough.
Now this could be a ball whipped in on this free kick. I do apologise, I've got the hiccups. Because I drank that coffee.
What's in the mind here of Emi Buendia?
So I don't like drinking coffee.
Gibson's waiting on this side of the box. Hanley is also there.
And
goes
Buendia.
and Gibson
Oh,
tries
and
to
it
reach
could be Pukki, you can hit
who did reach
in
it.
it.
Tiemu Pukki. Oh, trying to get
Get out.
Middlesbrough to the tight spot. Pukki again.
Get out. It's on the right hand side. It's whipped in and it's going to go out for a minute for throwing off. Thank God for that. No, I thought it was going to go out for a Norwich throw. For God's sake, not me. Oh, they're pushing forward.
Yanulis.
They're finding some form here.
Now Cantwell. Middlesbrough appealing for an offside, but the flag stays down.
And it's going to get whipped in and
Cantwell.
it's going to go all the way
There you go.
into the stands.
Frustration in the fact that he thinks he can score from there. Little shake of the head look. Not getting involved, not seeing enough of the ball. The likes of him, Buendia. Middlesbrough doing a number on him. Well, Daniel Farke is a very centred character. Smooth, doesn't tend to change, win, lose or draw, and it's one of his biggest strengths. Norwich could have panicked.
36 minutes in and it's still 0-0. Tell you what, we've done well again against Norwich. We've done really well already.
Taking them out of this League One, so why can't we do it again? The difference this time, this season, is that there is expectation on his shoulders.
Bring Duncan Watmore on, and then Balassi and Duncan Watmore together.
And he would understand the dynamics of where this football club are now and where they need to be.
It's going to go for a Middlesbrough goal!
Well, Sheffield United are going in hunt of a Manchester double. They go to Manchester City today, 2:30 on Sky Sports main event. Crystal Palace Wolves, 2:30. That's on Sky Sports Premier League. Arsenal and Manchester United renew rivalries in North London. See that tonight from 5 on Sky Sports Premier League. And then Southampton against Villa is on from 7:45. Goal is here between Norwich City and Middlesbrough. Norwich trying to get back to the Premier League.
Chance for Middlesbrough. Here's Balassi.
Offside against Yannick Balassi. He's just hoping someone is keeping their seat warm just for this season and then clambering back to the top division. The ambition here is to be a top 26 club in English football. Well, at this moment in time, you don't see any reason whatsoever that they can't be that, or actually aren't that already, quite frankly. I just thought the physicality and athleticism in the Premier League caught them out last season, which is why they've invested in the likes of Ben Gibson and Przemysław Twoheta, as well, the Polish winger, and also in Dimitris Yanulis, who's making his debut today at left back.
And Dale Price pushed up to striker there, freaking hell.
Forward by Vrancic, looking for Skip.
Now Bowler, look, Mark, Skip.
Space by Bowler.
Skip. He's going to whip it in, and
Bowler stands his ground, and that's exactly what Middlesbrough have done.
Going to go
today,
for
just epitomises the opening 38, 39 minutes, doesn't it? He'll be thrilled. He could have one wish. It would be maybe that they could just offer a little bit more of a goal threat at the other end. Then you're talking perfection. He could have called this place his home in the late 90s. Neil Warnock, he had a job interview here in 1998, but he thought he was in trouble when a member of the board asked him if he thought the fans would like his style of football. To which he replied, "What, winning?" As he suspected, as he left the interview, he didn't get the job. Bruce Rioch got it.
Oh, that's Marvin Johnson down.
Could have been your manager as well, Don, in the North East. Long before he turned up at Middlesbrough, he was waiting in the wings, ready to take over Sunderland in 1992 from caretaker manager Malcolm Crosby, and they were just waiting for Sunderland to be knocked out of the FA Cup. It was all done, but of course they made it to the FA Cup final, Don. They did indeed. Brilliant, didn't put a foot wrong with me.
It's a field. Now it's baller. Pass to Marcus Bettinelli. Bettinelli wants to field back into Norwich's half. And this could be a chance here for Marvin Johnson if he can win the ball.
On the retreat for Norwich.
Back to his goalkeeper, and their goalkeeper's gonna. Oh my word, it's just been done. Their goalkeeper. Oh my goodness.
Which one almost had a Cruyff turn there.
Did I just see what I didn't really want to see?
Well, it's brilliant, but
I've just seen
it gives you kittens, doesn't it? When
Marvin
you see a goalkeeper do
Johnson get done by a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Well,
there's Hanley.
That says how.
One thing Norwich will do, they will keep playing their football, keep trying to find a way.
Oh, we would have broke through there. That
is
if
yellow-carded for
go
that.
down.
Well, they will. This is not a problem that Norwich City and Daniel Farke
He got the ball, and he was going to pass it to Balassi. You could see it.
Try and be compact and hit them on the counter. Again, they're closing
as
down.
As soon as he got that ball,
this time from Johnny Howson.
When he got that ball,
first class.
Challenge.
Anticipates where Buendia is going.
Whoa! Oh God! That's his third booking of this season. Johnny Howson is captain today, by the way.
There's a big miss. Was that recently, Johnny Howson?
And now McNair whips the ball in.
Calling card here.
And
so
Dill Fry to
Joseph trying to get in on the
for a corner.
Watched by Gibson. I mean, it is a complete mismatch over on this side. You've got Jed Spence and you've got Dale Fry, and against the likes of Cantwell, the skip. It's an area that Middlesbrough could exploit. Mainly zonal marking from Norwich, as we see under Daniel Farke.
And now whipped in.
Corner.
This could be a challenge.
The head of Grant Hanley. I would say the second part of this first half, they're really comfortable, Middlesbrough. Like I said, grown into the game, confidence growing, spending a reasonable amount of time the right end of the pitch as well now.
Finds Balassi with his strength. Balassi shot! Oh, and it goes wide. Woo! Now that's what we need. Woo! And the goalkeeper
Middlesbrough's away form, which kept them up last season in the Championship.
Yeah.
Started well at home at the Riverside this season, but again, they've had problems playing at home in the league in January, as they have had for the last 5 years, but they're enjoying themselves here. Yeah, they struggled at home last season. I think they only won 6 out of the 23 games and turned that on its head at the start of this season, but it's just the last 3 at the Riverside that they've lost. And that is something you're going to have to put right. I think 4 of the next 6 games after this are up there on home soil. So that would be something he'll be keen to address.
Now going out front, throwing. Thank you very much. Now Balassi. Oh,
Balassi.
Strong touch.
There's Cantwell. And it was Johnny Howson covering the ground.
It's football, man. Go on, Spence. Go on, Spence. He has no support, and he's going to get challenged.
Skip, who's done well. Yanulis.
And now it's Spence.
There's Spence again. Now
Howson.
Johnny Howson.
Some brilliant play. Go on!
Trying to flick that through and smuggle it through to Morsey, but Gibson was on the scene.
Fisher to take the throw it. He's finding options. If Howson is running in, no, but he finds Spence. Fisher over the top ball for Blassie. Blassie brings the ball in. It's going to go for a middle corner.
Middlesbrough asking the question. They're finishing the half strong, aren't they? Smiles on faces. They're enjoying themselves here because, as you've already said, it's a free hit for Middlesbrough. This nobody expected them to get anything here. Just in the last few moments, starting to ask defensive questions of Norwich.
Now Marvin Johnson.
Borough looking for a big finish.
He's whipped the ball in.
This first half. A deep corner from Johnson.
It's headed.
It's kept alive, and Hanley gets there in front of Morsey.
Go for another corner. No, no,
because of this zonal marking, it does.
1 minute added on in this first half.
Big players like Dale Fry in particular are being picked up.
This will probably be the last action of
smaller
this
players, and
first
Middlesbrough
half.
have to identify that and try and expose that and exploit that. We're into 1 additional minute at the end of the first half. It's Lucas Rupp.
Could we go 1-0
For me, you've just got
before
to hit it
half
at the far post and get
got
to go and attack it.
Blassie, Dale Fry in there. Maybe.
George Saville at the near post.
Oh,
Over his
it's
head,
going to
away
get
by
cleared.
Gibson.
But there is still a chance here. Marvin Johnson.
Now Johnson.
Johnson
Make
with
room
the
for
ball
the
in.
cross.
It's going to be a
That
throw
one
in.
stood his
He can
ground.
take this quickly. He tried to find George Saville. Now this will be a chance for Norwich.
Done by Max Aarons.
But that looks like it's going to be the last action of this half. Referee's set to blow the whistle.
Well, for the week they've had a half to enjoy for Neil Warnock and Middlesbrough. They ended the first 45 minutes.
First half, 0-0.
Find a way past Tim Cross.
Certainly takes that.
Mario Brancic going close for Norwich City, but the leaders frustrated at the break. It's Norwich City 0, Middlesbrough 0.
Half time, ladies and
giving it
gentlemen.
110% out there today.
I'm going to go and have my little break. Thank you for joining me for this first half. I will be back for the second half in 5 minutes time. Yeah, I'm just going to edit this and then I'll go. I'm going to go for my break. I'll be back with you in 5 minutes. I will be putting music on. So enjoy. See you all then.
Oh, come on. What's that song?
Linger on a wasted time, don't waste your time no more. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Don't linger on a wasted time, don't waste your time no more. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Don't linger on a wasted time, don't waste your time no more. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Don't linger on a wasted time, don't waste your time no more. Don't worry about the wasted time, let's waste some time together. Wide awake,
If I slip into the ocean, swallow me up in one motion. Though sees my queen, I show devotion. Where's my lifeline, Mr. Bosun? I ain't ready to let go now. I ain't ready to let go. I ain't ready to let go. I ain't ready to let go now. Ready to let go now. Ready to let go now. I slip into the ocean, swallow me up in one motion. Though seize my queen, I show devotion. Where's my life like it's supposed to? I ain't ready to let go now. I ain't ready to let go. I ain't ready to let go. Ready to let go. Ready to let go now.
Day after day, you take care of others. But who takes care of your back? The smart t-shirt by Perco acts as a second.
Introducing Perfect Play, the most advanced football training app available.
Remains discreet under your clothes. Perco, we've got your back. Visit
Lately I've been feeling like a renegade, somebody save me. Standing in the midst of the crowd, but nobody sees me. Shouting at the top of my lungs, but nobody hears me. All in the name of love, look what you made me. I've been praying for the rain to fall, wash me down so I reborn. Open heavens, let it pour. You can love me again, again, again. You better love me again. You better love me again. You better love me again. Oh, you better love me again. I can see through the smoke, not what I imagined. I've been down this road before, and nothing is changing. Please help me up, don't shoot me down. My third second chance, but this is true romance. Help me up, don't shoot me down. My third second chance, but this is true romance. I've been praying for the rain to fall, wash me down so I reborn. Open heavens, let it pour. You better love me again. 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 Oh, you better love me again.
I'm back.
I don't think you can bet.
How's everyone doing? I'm not doing the countdown today because
they've been able to find a way of winning so many times this season.
I'm really
I think
excited for this
Daniel will want them to play with more speed. I think he'll want Ben Gibson to step in and try to disrupt the organisation of Middlesbrough, and they'll certainly be looking for some back through patterns and some third man runs. And if they can find that and a bit of rhythm in the second half, then I'm sure they can get on the right side of this game.
Come on, boys!
Top of the division, Keith. Is there a real kind of familiarity and a contentment with Norwich being in this position at hard time? Because they have been winning games very tightly, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. I think 13 of the
0-1,
16 games have been
I think
just
Black
one
Brown
goal,
having
so
a little
they
chat.
won't be panicking in any way, shape or form, but they have to improve in an attacking sense, cause more problems.
Okay, let me hand you back to Don and Gary.
Thank you, David. Well, Middlesbrough do tend to break out into a cold, nervous sweat when they see Norwich as the next opponents. They've lost all 5 against them since Norwich beat them in the 2015 playoff final. All 5 of those Norwich wins since the playoff final have been 1-0. No team in the history of English League football has ever beaten a single opponent 6 times in a row by the same scoreline. It was a tight first half. Middlesbrough will be pleased with what they've done in the under 45 minutes.
It's going to go
One
straight out
more than
for
Norwich need to do. I think the lads
half.
alluded to. I actually thought for the first sort of 20-25 minutes there was plenty of movement, there was plenty of rotation, they were passing the ball around with a bit of zip, but as I said, Middlesbrough stifled that, grew into the game, made it even harder for Norwich, and all of a sudden that dynamic movement and rotation, it stopped. We hardly saw Cantwell or Buendia, and that needs to change in this second half. Johnny Howson, who's patrolled that midfield area really well so far for Middlesbrough.
Right.
He's the best midfielder he's ever managed. Johnny Howson.
To Johnson. Now George Saville wins the ball, but it's going to go straight out for a Norwich throw-in.
He's another one, Johnny Howson, isn't he? You know that the minimum you're going to get week in, week out is a 7 out of 10.
Fisher.
Excellent.
Hang on, Balassi.
Yannick Balassi.
Balassi went down,
hunting him down.
and it's going to be a Norwich free kick.
See how that develops.
How?
Free kick Norwich City's way.
All right, okay. Balassi seems all right. He just needs to get into the
tactical master plan.
He's trying to build his form, I guess.
Should we be surprised, really?
So he's done an all right first half.
He's moulded this team into a team that do the basics right. They block shots, they stop crosses. The consequence of that is they've faced the fewest shots on target on average in this league.
Right, so now
excellent
they're
work.
The field. Norwich just on the halfway line, find a pass.
Vracic.
They played it
Back to
back
Hanley again.
in their half. And now we'll find
This Tammy Pukki, the move away
and it's going to
from
go out for another Norwich throw-in. Norwich seemed a little bit more calmer in this half for some reason.
Grant Hanley.
They seem to like pull away a little bit more, you know.
There's Emi Buendia, followed
Now
in
to
by
Ben
Mark
Gibson.
Bowler.
Gibson pushing up. And
Now
Velocity
Gibson.
was there. And this could be
With a touch to
dangerous.
Cantwell.
And it's a
Cantwell's
shot
got
taken
it,
on
but
and it's
no
going to
trouble
go
for
wide and near the post.
Better again. The lads in the studio were talking about Ben Gibson steps in, plays a good ball in, movement from Cantwell, gives him that half a yard to get the strike away.
Bettinelli is going to whip it up again.
We said in the first half that Tom
Yeah,
Cantwell's performances have been hitting
right,
heights in the
Drop
last few
that.
weeks, and Daniel Parker has fought for more
Yeah, he's definitely
consistency
doing
on
it.
him.
He's
Set the
going to walk
benchmark
up the
now,
field.
and to hit those levels week after week.
And he does so.
Like I
And
said,
now it goes to
something that
Ball.
I can't possibly be
And now
used to
George
being
Saville
man-marked.
to
It's not
Velocity and
a common thing in modern day football, really.
all
It's
right.
a compliment, isn't it? You've got to take it as a compliment.
2 people on the stream for joining me. And
There's
now
Hanley again.
here's
As Norwich
Norwich
City start to
captain.
build again.
Pushing forward here, just nice and calmly, but now he's going to sprint over.
The move away from
He's still going. And
Aaron's with the
I don't
offer
think
on
he
the
has
side
any
of the
other choice
pitch.
but to play
And he
back
goes
into
back
their
to skip.
half on the halfway line. And now, just two,
This is where Middlesbrough have done well. They've stood their ground, they've kept their shape.
And their captain. And
Norwich are trying to move them around and trying to find a way through.
And now they're breaking down. They're breaking us down. This could be a chance. Oh, and it could go on a up and could be offside. And it's going to go out
for an
a goal
offside
kick.
flag. It has gone up now, but for a goal kick. It's a shame because it's really good football up until the final point. He was at the heart of it. Give and go. Injection of tempo. Drives all the way. See, he's onside there.
Yeah, he's onside.
And this disappointing from Oliver Skip doesn't produce the end product. Yeah, unlike him, he's had a good season on loan here for Tottenham. Oliver Skip,
And
so
now,
much so that Jose Mourinho was
Marcus Bettinelli.
considering recalling him when the window reopened. He's decided to leave Macarrow Road so he can further his progression, playing week in, week out. He says it's the mental challenge, Oliver Skip says, as much as anything, parking the previous game and moving on to the next one. There's no question this has been wonderful for his development, as loans from Premier League clubs to Championship clubs so often are.
Who's that? Who's
Kieran Dowell looks like he is being readied. That's Dale Fry.
One of their players are getting ready to come on.
Grant Hanley.
I wonder if any of our players are going to get
Teams at
ready.
the top normally find
And
a way.
Morsey, just simple challenge.
Spoke about that in the
No,
early part of the
Bettinelli
season.
whacks it back up the
I think we're
field.
scoring
And now it's Jed
90th
Spence.
minute, 85th
Spence,
minute.
brilliant move.
Winners
Brilliant,
and equalisers.
brilliant movement.
regularly.
Now here's Sam Morsey.
They will keep
Morsey,
going.
who can keep the ball on a regular basis, but it's going to go out for a movement going after the challenge.
You would just be disappointed that they weren't able to have a single shot on target in that first
Now
half.
Fisher to take
The last team to stop them
throw
doing that was Middlesbrough,
It's
I believe,
taken.
in the reverse fixture. Yeah, a game that Neil Warnock was absolutely devastated to lose because of the performance that day. There were 2 penalties in the end at the Riverside, one which Tammy Pukki put away and one which Marcus Tavernier slipped when he scored, and it was a double touch, so it was ruled out. There's Oliver Skip.
Oh, what a challenge, Housen. And now we can push forward. Go on, Morsey. Go on. Find your path.
There's
Johnson.
Johnson.
Go on. And he's had a shot. Oh, no, he slipped.
In the middle of the flag had gone up. Yeah, he'll be pleased in a perverse kind of way that the flag has
Was
gone
he
up.
offside?
This is
I
the
don't
moment
know.
that they've been waiting for. It's brilliant from Housen.
But
Wins it back.
oh my
in that
God,
midfield area.
that was a
Spring
big chance for
counter
Middlesbrough there.
attack is on. They are one of the division's best.
Oh,
this season.
I would have been
Springing
so happy
forward
with that.
on the
That was
counter.
really good movement. Was he
Kinda knew
offside?
Johnson was going to
Yeah,
shoot,
he
and
was
it's an
just
easy
offside.
decision for the assistant.
Oh, we've
Good
got a
yard
comment
off.
in here. Saying score
Came
prediction
for that
for
industry in
Coventry
midfield
versus
from Johnny
Birmingham.
Hansen again.
I'm going to go Coventry 1,
He's part of
Birmingham
the
0.
Norwich City playoff winning team who beat Middlesbrough in 2015. Grant Hanley have the
Well,
ball and
be a
move
chance
forward
here.
with it. There's Root.
Here's Rook and now Ben Gibson.
Now Gibson.
Finds the pass again.
Branchich.
How is he finding so many good passes?
Cantwell gives chase.
Get him in
Zuki
that
was
squad now.
lurking.
Yeah.
Fry was in front of it. And gets the free kick. Yeah. Pookie can't believe he hasn't.
It's going to
He
be
hasn't touched him.
a
Clears it. Dale Fry takes a dramatic, shall we call it, tumble.
No.
I think Dale Fry knows exactly what he's doing. Not a lot of contact, but a little bit of a yelp, a dramatic fall. Referee, look at that smile. I think that tells you everything you need to know. The contrast. Well, what happened to Dale Fry last week? You can't blame him. I'm sure that he lets the referees know.
It's going for a Middlesbrough throw.
Absolutely. Even if he hasn't.
I believe it's going to be Fisher to take. So it is. Good so.
That's skip.
Oh, and Middlesbrough could be in a bit of danger. But it's going to go straight back out for a Middlesbrough throw in. And next to Neil Warnock. Neil Warnock's like,
first off of not going down when he was
go get
fouled.
by yourself.
So
I can't
he
promise
made
you
sure
for
he
that
listened to his
one. He ran for
manager.
the ball last time. I think that was against. Was that Rotherham in the last spring?
Off the head of Yanulis.
Oh, Balassi. Here comes Balassi. It's
Balassi making his way forward.
Nothing was
Survive
given
the
him.
ball appeals and get themselves a free kick.
He just has strength, Brett.
They have a really good
Except the
spell.
fact that they
Balassi
have
under
strength.
Neil Look at Crystal Palace. There was much excitement at Goodison Park when Everton paid £25 million round about that for Yannick Balassi, but he was hit by that cruciate ligament injury. Never really got back into the picture at Goodison Park with the succession of managers and also with the players that Everton brought in. His deal at Goodison Park is up at the end of the season and is unlikely to be renewed. Norwich tiptoeing forward
this
here.
could be a chance for Norwich. Oh,
It
it's
was
blocked.
passed upon. Well, that's the first real attacking intent we've seen from Yanulis. Burst forward.
No.
Norwich City are not hanging around. Yanulis again in the middle there, but not quite what he was looking for.
It goes out for Thorpe. That's nice. That's very nice. Can we just keep it like that? Yeah. Or can we just maybe go to the field?
This burst here. When Dia spots the run from Yanulis, does well to pick out Ruck, but once again, basic, good, solid defending. Mark Bowler.
Freaking Mark Bowler.
Makes the block. This is what Middlesbrough have done time and time again in this game. And the basics well.
And Balassi is being taken off by
Chuba. Expected him to be on the bench and come on and make an impact today, but he started and he's now withdrawn, and Chuba Akpom comes on in his place.
Come on, Chuba.
A natural centre forward now up front for Middlesbrough.
Go on, Akpom. Straight into the action.
Here's Akpom. Yanulis, teammate of Pauk.
Go on, Akpom.
Almost latched onto that. It just got away from him.
That's
but it looked like the doors were open.
Not a corner? Oh.
That was a nearly moment, wasn't it? Nearly ends up in a brilliant situation here. And he goes to ground. There is no foul.
He does well,
wants the foul, doesn't get it, but that.
It was just that moment there where he didn't take the ball with him. That's one thing that he does this season. Oh!
That was loose
Go on.
from Hanley.
Go on.
Middlesbrough in again.
Saville.
It's Saville.
Saville, what are you doing? Akpom was in space.
Scurry back to help out defensively. Now they're out of shape, Middlesbrough. Threw some bodies forward. Wendia.
Oh no.
Janulis.
Get back.
Waiting in the middle.
Oh, they're breaking it out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here comes Norwich. Push it forward. They're looking for a chance. Oh, get it out.
Yeah.
And now we can possibly go on the counter attack. Here we go. Go on. Go on. Don't go slow. Go faster. That's what counter attacks are all about.
There's Saville.
Go on, Saville.
After him. Now Johnson. McNair again. Marvin Johnson.
Oh, actually.
Nicely done. Smuggling that
created a chance.
McNair.
Now McNair. He finds Saville. Saville. He had a shot attempted. And Johnson.
This time for Norwich.
And that's gone out for a corner.
Will be a corner. Yeah. Good from Middlesbrough. Say, slowly grown into this game. I think you get the sense they believe they can nick a winner here.
I think we can. I said 1-0.
Still
Fry, get this and you're not
been a tough week on Teesside.
Right there.
Again, point out that mismatch at the far
On
post
there.
between Fry and Rupp.
Anywhere, just get it in the goal. Get it at the back of the net.
Had him in there, preparing to take this corner kick. Goes short to Johnson. It changes the angle.
Now it's whipped in.
It
could come to the outside, but it's not because it's going to go out. But he was the in.
At least they try and find the area where Dale Fry is. Slightly overhit, but right idea.
Really close. Yannick Blassie had a decent game.
There's Gibson. Janulis motoring away from Jed Spence. Janulis has continued his run. Vrancic moves inside.
What a challenge!
Deflects the Cantwell, but he's closed.
And now we can counter attack. Here's Sam Morsey. And now we're probably going on the counter attack. Here comes Saville. Saville's still got the ball, even though he's challenged. Here he comes. Here comes Johnny Howson. Johnny Howson keeping the ball. To Akpom. Akpom finds the pass for Johnny Howson. Howson finds Bowler. And now whipped in by Johnson. It's going to be another Borough corner.
Another Middlesbrough corner. Well, I think Neil Warnock will be thrilled with the way this game is just unfolding, because his team are looking a threat at the right end of the pitch. Really pushing Norwich all the way here. But this was the way they played in their last away game at Nottingham Forest as well. A 2-1 victory at the City Ground that particular night. Different prospect today facing the leaders. They're doing well again against the leaders here. Forest had gone 5 unbeaten before that defeat, so it's a big win. It's a good win. Had he been there standing over this again?
There was the ball in. It could be a chance here. Oh my god! The goalkeeper saves it right into his hands. That was Johnny Howson with the header. Woo!
Great delivery. Just goes in. Doesn't really make the perfect contact. He certainly doesn't get the right direction to trouble Tim Krul. But a good chance. Jed Spence.
Plays on. Now here's Johnny Howson. Johnny Howson finds Jed Spence. Spence whips the ball in.
Akpom was waiting in the middle.
Marvin Johnson. He goes for a shot. Oh!
Gets to that.
We're really trying to go for these shots now. We don't normally go for these type of shots, but Neil Warnock said, if you're in an area where you think you can have a shot and you think you can get a goal, go for it. And I think that's what we're trying to do now.
There's Max Aarons.
Oh, go on, Saville.
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because as Middlesbrough push and as Middlesbrough commit more bodies forward, maybe there'll be an opportunity for Norwich, for their creative players, just to find a little bit of space that has eluded them in this game.
Now Spence. And now Fisher. Fisher goes down and it'll be a Middlesbrough free kick again on the halfway line.
Committing the foul that time.
Just a few yards away though.
He's getting everything he probably expected from this game. The difficulty of it. I knew it wouldn't be easy.
Paddy McNair from the free kick.
Their high line.
And
Paddy
he's
McNair
whipped
with the
it
free
in,
kick.
and it's a very poor ball. And it looks like he's going to play it back to Marcus Bettinelli. No, he doesn't.
Again, knew what was happening around him.
Brilliant. And now it's whacked up the field again. He could find Del Fry. Del Fry's in there. Del Fry can still win the ball. No, he can't. Howson. And now George Saville. Bowler.
It's being played by Keith Stroud. Now
Bowler. He finds Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson could find Mark Bowler. Mark Bowler might whip the ball in here. And he does. But it just goes to a Norwich player. And Norwich still in their area. They don't know what they're doing with the ball.
We're coming into this game in 7th position in the championship, 3 points off the playoff positions, but because of what's gone on in the last week, as we've mentioned, Neil Warnock was saying this would be a free hit going to the leaders.
Marcus Bettinelli with the ball.
Teams have come here and they've stood up to the test. At the moment, they're running things. They are indeed. Like I say, it was the first 20 minutes. It just grew in self-belief. Now
Akpom.
Well, they've been the better team in the second half. I don't think anybody can dispute
that. And now Mark Bowler tries the over the top for
in the second half, and you can only credit Middlesbrough for that.
And now it's Mark Bowler to take the throw in. Some decent action going on though. We've had some really good chances, and that could be.
There's Hamley.
No, Daniel did football. Welcome to the stream. He says.
Giving chase to Nance. Fisher stepping across his path and
come on, Bora.
Through to Dale Fry.
Come on, Bora.
You can tell Cantwell later on. Just try and see where Donald Fisher is. He's done a brilliant job on him, you know. You can see Cantwell just getting more and more frustrated.
Bettinelli whacks it up the field.
This game
and it comes to Jed Spencer. It's going to be a Borough throw-in. We've been solid this game. We deserve 3 points.
Had a good debut though, Donald Fisher at right back. Anthony Dykesdale, a player that Middlesbrough have missed in that position in the last few games. Also without Marcus Tavernier for this today. Let's not forget as well a hugely important player, Marcus Brown as well, who's out with a ligament injury. I think it's good news that Ashley Fletcher is making his way back now. Gibson.
And now Gibson, just on the halfway line. Back to Gibson.
They're winning their individual battles here in Middlesbrough.
No, the goalkeeper's even come out.
That's the thing. Norwich looking for a moment of inspiration, maybe a piece of individual brilliance from somebody. And there's plenty of players out there that can produce that. Yeah, there's one of the Marons looking for
another one. 1-2. Here comes the George Saville. And that's going to be played on by the referee. This could be a big chance here for Middlesbrough. Sam Morsey.
Too strong wider than he wanted to be, and Matt Aaron's on the cover. Saville has stayed down for Middlesbrough. Keith Stroud just pointed towards George Saville. Now he's moving across to him.
George Saville
Norwich has taken the throw in. Well, you can see George Saville now, he's absolutely fuming. And now
he's having the ball.
Keith Stroud has a decision to make here. Because he played an advantage, there was a counter-attacking opportunity. Well, tell me when he's yellow.
The referee has given a red card! Red card! Red card! Come on! Come on! Red card! Get off the freaking pitch!
He's sent off.
Get off, you freaking
butter! You're on a yellow card.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You're walking a tightrope.
I forgot.
You're walking a fine line.
Sorry.
And if you miss time a challenge,
I was really excited for the second half.
No,
I'm
you
not
can.
excited that I forgot to freaking change that. I do apologise. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me. I've still
you've got to be careful. You've got to be disciplined. And it's the fact that it goes to ground, I don't think
Thanks
he's
for
got
telling
any
me that.
intention. I think
Really
he's trying to pull
appreciate
out
it.
here. Goes to ground, but then he loses
You're a
control and he
lifesaver.
slides into George Saville. I think most referees would give a yellow card for that. He can't stop because he's on the floor. If he stays on his feet, he doesn't make the challenge. And that's the problem. And that's the consequence.
Headphone warning, that was loud. Oh,
season.
when we score, trust me, I am louder.
To 10, and Middlesbrough
And that's something you
now
don't
see
want.
their chance to pounce. Quaheta,
And it is a red card.
Schwinger,
Oh, wow.
is ready to come on for Norwich.
Bring Duncan Watmore on now. So you can bring Duncan Watmore on, Patrick Roberts, maybe. We are in this game. Freaking hell. Attack, attack.
Sparked in this game so far. And again, I reiterate, you have to give all the credit to Middlesbrough for that. It's been a
and the foul space for Chubarak Pump goes down. It's going to be a Norwich free kick. Norwich player, please go down.
Wait to see who Quaheta will come on for Norwich
That was a bit.
Daniel Parker
and it comes to Mark Bowler.
Taking a step back.
Now Dale Fry. Johnny Howson. Johnny Howson's possession. Here's Fisher. Fisher over the top ball. Couldn't find anyone. Comes to a Norwich player.
We're hearing it will be Mario Vrancic who
And
will be
it will
withdrawn
go out for a Middlesbrough throw.
introduction. There's confirmation of it.
Kevin Blackwell talking to
Quaheta,
Fisher.
a winger, he's quick. Norwich stats tell them that if Norwich were still in the Premier League, if Quaheta was in the Premier League, he'd be the fifth quickest winger in the Premier League.
We've got
pretty
to
quick
watch out
then.
for him.
Just behind you, Don, if you were in the Premier League. How do you pronounce his first name? Shamaswar. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's okay. Quaheta. I was just thinking that. Are we on there? Yes, we are. We should have done that earlier.
And now Sam
There's
Morsey. Fisher. Fisher still got the ball and he's goes down, nothing given. Now Sam Morsey.
Middlesbrough with a man
Now
advantage
Fisher.
here.
Fisher.
A better team in the second
and he
half.
puts it into the
Jed
box.
Spence.
No.
Hanley in the way. There's Skip.
Over the top. And that's going to go out for.
Again,
and
it's brilliant
Middlesbrough
from
throwing.
Right.
Way!
Where Pookie is using his body well.
We're Middlesbrough. We're Middlesbrough. We're Middlesbrough. Everywhere we go, everyone will know. We're Middlesbrough. Now Mark Bowler. Now Kevin McNair. Dale Fry. Dale Fry's going to push up the field. He's done an over the top ball. Can Chubarak get on the end of this? No, it comes straight to Norwich goalkeeper. Now he's just keeping the ball.
The question is, do Middlesbrough tweak anything? You know, it was 11v11 and they were the better team in this second half. We're looking the more likely. Now it's 11v10, so do they just tweak that? Do they get another forward on the pitch? Or do they leave it and trust that those out there will get the job done?
I reckon we should just get British on the long run, or if that's
There's Camwell.
No, Duncan Watmore, put him up front. I prefer Duncan Watmore up front. I really do. I prefer Duncan Watmore up front. He scores goals. He's very clinical up there.
Breakdown in communication between
and
Hanley
it's going to go out for
and Aarons, which probably sums
a
up
goal kick for
45
Middlesbrough.
They've had to dig deep.
This
in the
has
past
been
this
a
season.
really good game. We've been all
Norwich.
over them.
They're going to have to dig deep here as well.
We've been all over them.
This is the championship. Nothing is straightforward.
Now,
there are no
it's
foregone
Paddy McNair.
conclusions. It does not do logic.
McNair pushing forward. He finds a pass for Dale Fry.
There's Dale Fry for Middlesbrough.
Now Fisher.
Now Fisher.
And now
Spence.
Jed Spence.
Lost
Still
his
Jed
place right
Spence.
back to Anthony
Jed Spence
Dansteel.
pushing forward.
I prefer him playing in this more advanced position at the moment. Do Neil Warnock and Kevin Blackwell on the coaching staff.
And now Johnny Howson.
Johnny Howson. He's had a
He's
good
whipped
afternoon.
it in, and it's going to come straight to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's just going to keep possession, nice and easy.
Norwich have won 8 of their last 10 games. They know how to win.
1-0 Norwich. Nothing's happened
It's been
on
a very
here yet.
different campaign to the one where they won the league. Much more solid
Now here's
defensively.
George Saville. Saville goes down.
They tend to blow teams
and
away the way they did. I think they counted 16 times they scored 3 or more goals in that campaign. It was phenomenal. Only done it twice so far this season. Yet 5 points more.
I mean, nothing's happened in here, so. Is that just
George
your
Saville was frustrated
prediction?
he didn't get the
Or
free kick, so he made sure that
is that
didn't get away from him, and it's been yellow carded for
nothing
that.
for you?
Jamie Pukki giving chase.
Pukki pushing forward. Still right. Oh, and this could be dangerous. And
drives it across the face of goal. Well, it's not really been in the game much, Jamie Pukki. But this is brilliant. Again, makes the run, holds the ball up, then waits for the run of Poeta, picks him out. That's about the most dangerous Norwich have been.
sorry, I meant 1-0
Caps
Newcastle.
for
Oh.
Holland.
Thank God for that. You gave me a heart attack. You gave me a freaking heart attack. I was like, no, please don't. If that happened, I'd be crying. We cannot lose again.
Recently back from injury, Onel Fernandez, injured back in October.
Are we bringing anyone on? No.
Key figure
And now,
in their
Drew Brackman
promotion
could be through
winning
here.
campaign.
Go on, over the goalkeeper. No.
We're hearing it will be Todd Cantwell to make way, so we'll see if Darnell Fisher follows him, leaves the pitch with him.
Yeah.
It's been a job well done. It's been a terrific debut.
I would love to see Fisher back in the squad again.
It'd be purely a one, wouldn't it? Yeah. If suddenly Darnell Fisher's withdrawn as well.
And now, here's the ball.
Wait to see. There's Morsey.
Sam Morsey. Dale Fry. Over the top ball. Don't know who that was to, but just on the left hand side.
We haven't played much recently, has he, Darnell Fisher? It's another
Would
factor,
this be a
maybe.
chance?
Yeah,
Or was
Brown
it?
has been playing
As
right
there has
back
been a
in
red
the last
card.
couple of games for Preston.
And I went absolutely crazy. And now here's Marvin Johnson. Just on the
There's
left
Marvin
hand
Johnson.
side. Here he comes.
We stand at
Few
0-0
step
Carrow
overs.
Road.
It's into the
Johnson's
box.
ball in.
Somebody could have a shot here. And it's gone over the bar.
He gets to it, but it's over the top.
And it was Fisher as well. Fisher nearly got a goal.
About, but he does his job really well, Poeta.
We've got someone who says
Fisher under pressure. It's good
Come
from
on,
Johnson.
Bobby.
Drills the
Like,
ball
obviously,
in.
this person did mean
Good anticipation from Fisher, but he's under pressure from Poeta. So Cantwell has left
It's still
the
0-0.
pitch on this near
And-
side. I think Fisher's just waved him off. Now he's up against Poeta. It's Darnell Fisher. So on comes Onel Hernandez. As Norwich try and find a way through.
Norwich has been cropped since they're not red card.
You won't panic. We'll keep alluding to the late goals that they score, and 17 points have been won in the final 15
And
minutes
now
of
Johnny
game.
Alton.
So
Saville. Now here's Chuba
huge
Akpom.
15 minutes coming up.
Akpom might have a chance. Like,
This is Chuba
do they have
Akpom
a
on
shot?
the approach.
No, it
Now
comes
Johnson.
to Johnson. And now Saville. And now Johnson. Finds
Johnson. It's
ball
ball up.
up, ball up.
And this was back on defensive duty, and it was slammed away by Skip. Well, we're talking about
Can we bring
points
a sub
Norwich
on
have
now?
gained in the last 15 minutes.
I really
think if
wish
you
we
offered
brought a
Daniel
sub on
Farber
now.
a point now, I think he'd take
And
it.
now
I really
here
do.
is Paddy McNair. Paddy McNair finds Fisher. Fisher finds Spence on the right hand side. This could be dangerous.
There's Jet
And now
Spence.
Fisher, he's got the
Darnell
ball near the
Fisher
corner
again.
flag. He's still got it, and no, he's given away possession.
Hit with the clearance that time.
And,
Pukki
it
hits the
comes
deck.
to,
The referee was
Johnny
happy with the
Hansen.
challenge.
Now it's ball.
Mark Bowler.
Now Johnny Alton just in the halfway line. Now Dale Fry. He's
Have
putting it
two
on the halfway
away
line.
games to come
And now
after
it's
this.
over the top
Millwall
ball
away
from
with a
Paddy
bit of
McNair.
Wendy,
Can
who will
Marvin
have
Johnson
to
maybe get
suspend
there? And there was a missed
Swansea
header.
away next week as
And
well.
now it's Marvin Johnson who whips
Johnson
it in, and it's
excuse
going
that
to
cross.
go out for, is that a goal kick or a corner? So I'm pretty sure I did see like a little deflection. No, goal kick.
Well, Fisher's got a bit of a problem here.
Oh, not Fisher, come on.
Just trying to get some information, but Fisher appears to be okay.
Right.
After this, we have another game coming your way for the championship. It's Huddersfield against Stoke.
77th minute, it's still 0-0, but we are looking very likely to score.
Uses it.
And it's going to be a Norwich free kick. Don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and make sure to like the stream if you haven't already. I will really appreciate it. We are on the road to 400 subscribers, and I really can't believe it, man. And now here's Mark Bowler. He's pushing forward here. So much space.
Norwich City.
Can we break down their defence?
And
Mark Bowler has a shot, and it comes straight to their goalkeeper. I mean, at this rate, you might as well try one.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Norwich throwing.
Middlesbrough.
Well, we've both had 10 attempts.
Matching Norwich for attempts, but actually they've been more of a match, really. And I know that the 3 on target have been very, very comfortable for Tim Krul, but what is striking is that Norwich City have not managed a single shot on target. Talk about Marcus Bettinelli not having to make a single save, and I cannot for the life of me think that anybody would imagine that would have happened.
And now here's Paddy McNair.
Well, we know Norwich have the most
Plays
shots,
it back
most
to
shots on
Marcus
target per
Bettinelli.
game in the
Wants
championship
it
this
upfield,
season.
but it's a big mistake from Marcus Bettinelli.
Really given them a sight of
Paddy
their goal.
McNair, make sure it gets cleared. To Bradpole.
Low conversion rate.
And now Johnny Howson. Johnny Howson on the halfway line. He may be able to create a chance here. Now, Johnny Howson. Marvin Johnson, just on the left-hand side. Johnny Howson. Back to Johnson. Johnson finds George Saville. George Saville to turn. No, but it goes back to Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson's fine. Paddy McNair. And it's
up in the way. It's Teemu Pukki.
going to get cleared, and it's going to be a Norwich free kick. I think we should just bring on a sub. I think we should bring on Duncan Watmore.
A lot of frustration out there from Norwich, isn't there? And that's been right from early on in this game, really. We've got that fella on the bench. Daniel Farker has made good decisions in games, utilised the subs, made a pivotal role in winning games for them.
Now Marcus Bettinelli will just comfortably put that to his chest, and he's going to kick it up the field, and this could be a chance here.
Hayden Coulson will be coming on shortly from Middlesbrough. We think it's
we all know Ben Gibson.
Withdrawn.
He's very nice and calm.
A few moments ago.
All right, Fisher is going to take the throw in. Fisher finds Jed Spence. And Fisher.
It's Fisher again.
It's Fisher. He's still kept the ball in, surprisingly. And now it's Jed Spence. No,
now
it
it's
comes to Sam Morsey.
Spencer's there.
Morsey puts the ball in.
But too close to Krul.
Jay! And now the goalkeeper throws it out to the left-hand side. And for them, it'll be on their right. And now they're just playing it along the back, you know. It's like simple passing
down Norwich City.
For Norwich. Oh, but it's been messed up. But here comes Bradpole.
This now is
Bradpole. Sam Morsey. Sam Morsey, you can't hit them from there. George Saville.
Visitors are on the approach
and
again.
now Johnny Howson. Johnny Howson. Can he find an option? No, he's going to go forward. He's whipped it in! Fisher! No! My word!
Tried to pounce.
Woo!
From Johnny Howson. Really is. Makes himself available to pick the ball up. And then just drives. He's looking for a pass initially, but there's nothing on, so he just keeps going. Waits for the right moment to deliver the cross.
To Bradpole. He had to put that away. And it was offside. Ow!
Neil Warnock was brought in last season to keep Middlesbrough alive in the Championship. Survival was the game. He was never going to mess about this season, Neil Warnock. He's here to win, and you can see it drives him on.
Oh, and this could be dangerous. Norwich on the attack.
Promotion is
Not many men forward for
this
Norwich.
season.
And it's a challenge from Fisher again. He's been cross today. In my opinion, deserves man of the match. And again,
They've just got to hang around
he's done it again.
on the tail
Fisher.
of those top six. Keep the pressure on. Just see what happens, because I don't think anybody would have picked them out really pre-season.
And now this could be dangerous. Oh!
Forward for Norwich, who will keep
Now it's
going.
cleared. And now here's Marvin Johnson who can drive down the field. And Norwich don't have that many men back in this. Skip who
makes the challenge.
Challenging.
He's been doing that all season long. It's absolutely brilliant. Positioning, anticipation, sniffs the danger.
Now, Paddy McNair.
And just as
Dale Fry.
Middlesbrough defended well,
Playing it along their half. Playing it along our half.
Middlesbrough.
And now Fisher over the top ball.
Obvious
it doesn't find
goal-scoring opportunity.
anyone. Comes
Probably
to a
Johnny
Norwich
Housen's header.
Clear.
Maybe the best.
Dale Fry again. Brilliant. And Sam
Morsey
Morsey coming in viciously, and oh, it was a really, really bad pass from George Saville.
For these 10 men of Norwich City. Reminder, Emi Buendia was sent off earlier in the half for a second bookable offence. That's Hanley. There's Hernandez.
Could this be late drama? 84th minute now, and we are basically
Jamie
close
Pookie
to getting another goal.
He's not really had a sight of goal at all this afternoon. Turning to action after his recent injury. There's Gibson.
And now
Plaheta.
we are pressuring really hard, but Norwich are just going defensive really.
Jamie Pookie, Yanulis is up there with him. He plays it
Oh,
behind
no, get it out. Get it out of there.
Seville was filling the gap for Middlesbrough.
Tell you what, I'll certainly take a point, but generally we should be getting goals.
There's Hanley.
Oh, big mistake. Here's Johnny Housen. He's got Tim Radcliffe with him. Is he going to go for a shot? He goes for a shot. Oh, he's just gone over the bar. Why didn't they play Tim Radcliffe? He was just playing. He was just putting the ball onside.
Again, they win the ball back. This has been a feature. Hanley is with a mistake. But fair play to Hanley. Sprints back and get back in numbers, Norwich, and they force.
It was
Johnny
a really good
Housen
chance
to
from
shoot from
Middlesbrough. It was
outside
in
the
that
penalty
top
area.
corner, but it just goes
Good defending. It's
over
good
the bar.
recovery.
It remains Norwich City 0, Middlesbrough 0.
Donald
85th
Fisher
minute.
hit the deck again. This game looks to be over.
And Fisher has gone down.
Well, you've got to pray if you're a Middlesbrough fan that that's nothing that's going to keep him out of action, because he's been brilliant. I have to say, what a debut.
And Hayden Coulson's going
Was
to come
about
on.
to be replaced, as we mentioned earlier on, by Hayden Coulson, and that substitution now takes place.
Hopefully it's nothing like serious. It doesn't look like it's serious. It just looks like he has
Debut is over, and he most certainly has made an impact today as Donald Fisher. He's been brilliant.
Fisher has done amazing. I think he deserves man of the match.
Adamida is stripped off and ready for action for Norwich. And it's Teemu Pukki who leaves the scene.
Woo!
Straight swap up front for Norwich City. As Adamida, the 19-year-old Irish international, comes into the action.
Well, that's a tap.
For one reason or another, that's the whole front four of Norwich, that potent, talented front four that are no longer on the pitch, and that is a total vindication for Neil Warnock. His tactics or his team selection, tactical masterclass. Yeah, they've only failed to score in one of the last 11 here at Carrow Road, Norwich, and that was a goalless draw against Millwall back in November. Well, you're at the stage now, aren't you, with 4 minutes plus added left, where if you can't win it, don't lose it, and that'd be the mantra for both teams.
And now Hayden Coulson, he's doing well to keep the ball. He's still going, Hayden Coulson. Coulson goes down out there, Middlesbrough.
Again. And Middlesbrough get the free kick.
No, free kick. No. Wasn't expecting a free kick, but you know.
It's Jed Spence who's moved into that right back position now, which has been his more natural position, and Hayden Coulson is playing just in front of him. Well, Dale Fry has now gone down.
Oh no, not you again. Oh, don't.
Massaging his calf a little bit. My calf. It's a bit of cramp.
It's just, it looks like it's cramp.
He did let him wait for a challenge. I think it was about 10-15 minutes ago. Dale Fry.
It looks like it's just cramp.
Here's another one, isn't he?
Right in this area.
Been outstanding. Absolutely
Can't
outstanding.
There's a thing in the like, look, you see my hands in this area here.
Well, it's a huge moment in the game, but you have to say it came at a time where Middlesbrough were on top. This was the first yellow card where he leaves the leg in. Can't argue with that. And then the minute you go to ground and you slide, you're out of control. And if you make contact with an opponent, there's every chance that you're going to see a yellow card. It might be a little bit harsh in some respects, but Keith Stroud, I don't think he had much choice. Means they'll be missing Annie Buendia for that game at Millwall.
Duncan Watmore! Na 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 na, hey hey! Duncan Watmore! He's coming on the field. 4-0 one, I'll tell him.
Which is definitely not a straight swath. Watmore on. Fry off. And Middlesbrough have this free kick.
Johnny Allison to take.
Still time for a winner to be found at Carrow Road.
There's going to be a lot of added time on.
Have a looking to attack that. Gibson got up in front of it.
There is going to be added time.
We are heading towards 5 additional minutes.
5 minutes! Come on, boys!
There's Bowler.
Bowler. Up the field. He found Duncan Watmore.
Now Watmore.
Now Duncan Watmore. He's still going, Duncan Watmore.
Clever player. Ran into trouble there, though. Well, Bowler's
oh, no! No, Spence tripped.
Gone off for Middlesbrough and Norwich City. Looking to cause Middlesbrough problems. Yellow card for Johnny Howson as he put an end to that Norwich attack. Yeah, it's not the worst yellow card to take, to be fair. He was on his way, wasn't he? Hernandez, if he skips inside Howson, all manner of things may open up for him.
He took one for the team.
Confirmation of the 5 additional minutes.
Come on, boys! 5 minutes!
At the other end of the pitch. It's Max Aaron, isn't it? Well, it's Max Aaron who's down, and some crew was calling for the medical attention, which has now arrived.
He's going to waste time.
I think it was a coming together with Duncan Watmore. So free kick broke and it dropped down. Watmore to come inside. I think it's a clash of heads there, isn't it? Yeah, it's the clash of heads. Just there. Catches him.
That's what we want, Duncan. That's what we want, Duncan.
One of the leading lights of this Norwich City team, Max Aarons, I mentioned earlier on that there has been interest from overseas in the last few days to try and take him to Carrow Road, but nothing that would force Norwich City's hand in that respect before the window shuts. Norwich are bringing in a goalkeeper in the next couple of days in Urian Newland, former Aston Villa keeper, whose deal should be completed before the window shuts. Well, the other thing to analyse how this game has gone is Max Aarons is another one, isn't he? He is normally more attacking than most fullbacks, and he's barely been allowed by Middlesbrough to venture forward and cause them any kind of problems, really.
You better have on time here because, like, they've wasted 2 minutes. So that'll basically be 7 minutes.
So we can change of shirt for Max Aarons. He'll be back with us shortly. Well, Norwich City have this free kick. The closing stages of Carrow Road. Yanulis with the free kick, away by Johnny House.
Headed. Now, Aidan Coulson to win the ball, and it's going to go for another Norwich free kick.
Aidan Coulson are getting to know each other pretty well since Coulson's arrival. They need to be disciplined here now, Middlesbrough. Hanley forward, over his head.
Go on, Bettinelli, win it, win it, win it. Don't let it go for a goal kick. Go on, look, you've got options. Hang on, hang on.
Moore and Aarons in close combat again.
Go on,
this way, Norwich City will take the point. They'll move on to 54 points. They are on course to achieve what they want to achieve. An immediate return to the Premier League. This has been a difficult day against a Middlesbrough team that came out fighting here. Just serve as a reminder. There's a long way still to go. Maintain their standards, Norwich City.
Over the top ball for Chuba Akpom. Akpom earns a free kick.
This time against Chuba Akpom.
Oh no, it's offside. Crap.
If it stays this way, it'll be a decent result for plenty of other teams, you know, in and around that top 8, top 10 area. I think if you'd have offered Daniel Farker a 7-point cushion at this stage from 3rd place,
and that's a free kick.
Decision goes against Ida. It's the frustration of the Norwich City
94th
bench.
minute. Could Middlesbrough possibly earn a last minute goal?
Let's not forget they've been down to 10 men since Emi Buendia was sent off in the second half.
This better not go to waste. And now Housen. Coulson. Now do not stay in that corner. Do not stay in that corner.
Coulson. There's Johnny Housen.
Johnny Housen. Johnny Housen to possibly rip it in, and it's going to go out for a corner.
Middlesbrough force a corner.
Come on, boys.
Well, they're not the biggest team now that Dale Fry has gone off, actually. He was a threat. But opportunity knocks. Saville waiting in the middle. In front of him. Chuba Akpom there as well. And it goes to where what more was. And it was dealt with by Ida.
Throw taken. And now will there be the ball whipped in? Coulson.
Jed Spence picks up the baton, tried to smuggle it through to Watmore. Skip.
There's going to be another minute
for these two teams.
In this half.
Off the head of Gibson.
And now Coulson plays it for Duncan Watmore. Watmore touch.
Watmore getting involved again.
And it's going to be another minute throwing. Could there be one last chance here for Middlesbrough? At the final minutes will be played. Housen plays it back.
Now Spence. Paddy McNair. This is Bowler.
The referee was just about to blow his whistle, but it looks like he's going to play on. So his final
Johnson's cross.
Attack, and it's going to get out there.
This now is Ida. Forward by Aarons. 1-0 for Norwich. Spence should deal with it and does.
Maybe one last minute. Last chance here. Oh, a bit of a slip-up. Can there be one last chance? No. And it's a free kick. Right.
Well, he doesn't go down. Credit Sam Morsey. He stays on his feet. But he is caught by Oliver Skip. Gets the other side. Watch this. Slide comes in, doesn't get the ball, knocks Morsey off balance.
Right.
Well, how crucial a
Final
moment could this be?
minute.
It looks like it will be the final act of this contest.
Last chance here. And this needs to be on point.
Plenty of interest there. Right foot of McNair. Left foot of Saville. Johnson's in there.
97th minute.
Hit the target.
It's meant to be 5 minutes added on. This is the last action of this half.
Work the goalkeeper.
Of this
Saville
game
leaves
even.
the scene and the stage is left to Johnson and Paddy McNair. Tim Krul standing in a central position in his goal.
Last chance. And make sure you whip it in. Don't do anything.
It's down to this. McLaren's ducking behind the wall. It's Paddy McNair, and the wall stood strong. There's a Norwich man down who took the full hit of that wall. It's the end of the game.
Tell you what, I'll take a point from that game.
Norwich ending the game with 10 men after Benzia's red card. It's finished Norwich 0, Middlesbrough 0.
Certainly take a point from Norwich.
Well, certainly got his tactics
Certainly.
spot on for Neil Warner, didn't he?
Got a point on the board.
Norwich City, first time this season that they failed to get a shot on target, but this is what it does to the table. Adds another point to their total so far. They remain top, of course, Norwich, and Borough move up to 40 points. They stay 7th, though.
Oh no, Bristol could take over the thing.
More live action coming up very shortly indeed. More championship action, of course. Huddersfield against Stoke. Build-up begins at 2:45. And up next on main event, Premier League football in the guise of Manchester City against Sheffield United.
Right.
Going to get the thoughts of Danny and Keith over what we've seen for 98 minutes worth of football today. 0-0, it's finished between these two. Vital point apiece, perhaps, come the end of the season. Reaction and analysis will come up after this break.
Right, well, thank you so much for joining me for this live watch along. Really do appreciate you all coming along. And just like, you know, have a great time, you know. We've got a few people in the chat today, and I'm actually gonna check how many likes we've got. Right, I'm gonna do that with you. Right, I'm gonna see how many likes we've got and how many dislikes we've got. All right, I haven't checked. Let's have a look. Jake Johnson into here. We got 15 likes in the stream today. Thank you very much for the support. I am going to do a lot more of this. You know, I'm going to do a lot more live actions. I'm going to do one for every single game, I think, because I really do enjoy them. So, yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to the people who came in, and gave this stream a like. 15 likes on the stream today. Really do appreciate it. I will see you all in a bit. Peace. Out.